Hey, welcome to the Synergy. This is Dr. Olotu-oke. It's amazing to be here with you again. And here we talk about insurance, finance, and you. You know what? There are different questions that come, and I say each time I come on the Synergy, I want to talk about the questions that you're asking, giving you some answers, and also maybe some of the things that are trendy. Just talk about it. Today we're going to talk about this very, very important topic, because I think quite a lot of people are mixing these two topics together, these two covers together. One is critical illness cover and the other is private medical insurance. And I'm going to be sharing with you today 5 different ways in which they are totally, totally different, but work together. All right. So if you're watching this, please subscribe as I bring information to you. Yeah, I implore you to click subscribe so I can do more and more. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the very, very first thing that I've realized with people is maybe going through consultation and clients will tell me, oh, but I already have a critical illness cover, right? So I don't need the private medical insurance. There are two different, totally different things. And the first difference between them is the coverage of scope. That's number one thing. Critical illness provides a lump sum of money to you if you were diagnosed with a form of critical illness. Before it can pay out, the illness must be critical, and it must, we're going to talk about the second bit. But private medical insurance, on the other hand, covers the cost of your private health treatment. So now in the UK, we know we have the NHS, and the private medical insurance does not say that you are not going to use the NHS. It's just making the NHS kind of like better, right? Okay, so it's most of the treatment still starts with NHS anyways. However, it gives you faster access, right? And then you can have time to book your consultation, according to your time rather than having to wait the long list. So the first difference is the coverage scope. Critical illness cover pays out a lump sum cash to you, but private medical insurance treats you, covers the cost of any form of private health care treatment. That includes consultants, surgeries, hospital stay, etc. It's not paying cash to you, it's paying for your treatment. So critical illness cover brings you cash. Right, number 2, it gives you financial support. It's a lump sum that critical illness cover can be used for so many purposes. One of the things I've seen that people use it for is maybe some people need to make adjustments to their lives, right? So I'll actually say, you know what, although I already have a private medical insurance, which means this lump sum money that I've collected for the payout that I've collected, I don't need to spend it on health again. I can use it to make life better. So some people like, okay, I need to travel, change environment. Some people want to like adjust their houses. So it provides financial support for anybody that owns the policy that gets diagnosed with a critical illness. Private medical insurance, on the other hand, just pays for your expenses. All right. But the money, as I say again, is not coming to you. You have financial support with critical illness cover, but private health insurance or private medical insurance, make sure that all your treatments are paid and it's not out of pocket for you. Honestly, it is very, very expensive to go private. Most people don't realize it until maybe you want to have like a CT scan or something, and you want to do it privately because you want it faster. And you're being asked for a bill of like 1,500, 2,000, even up to £5,000. Honestly, not a lot of people will have that saved anywhere. So that makes sure that that money is paid for your treatment. Number 3 is the policy conditions. Before critical illness cover can pay out, it must align with, it must match with the policy terms and conditions that the providers have given, given to you. If it doesn't trigger, unfortunately, it may not pay out. So critical illness cover has, like, that different definitions that there, but private medical insurance on the average is general, right? So at times, if it's physiotherapy you need to use on private, you can use it. It's mental health support you can use. If you need to go to diagnosis, you can do that, and you're doing that, it is not out of pocket for you, aside from the excess. Now let me talk about excess on private medical insurance. On critical illness cover, all you pay is your premium, right? However, when you're looking at private medical insurance, you have what we call excess. Excess is what you must pay first before the insurance company covers the remaining. So you have, maybe some will say £100, it could be £250. I've actually seen a client that the excess was £5,000. Now, if your treatment is less than £1,000, why would you want to pay £5,000? So in that case, it does not make any sense for you to claim on the private medical insurance. So watch out. So if you have a private medical insurance, you could check that, and you need to have a discussion with us so that we're able to help you. All right. Number 4, the payout frequency. Now, private medical insurance, you can claim multiple times during the period that you have it. Critical illness cover, once it pays out, that's the end of that policy. Aside from maybe 1 or 2 providers that will say, okay, maybe serious illness cover, maybe we'll give it 25%, and then others, maybe what has happened to you has not triggered the old payment. You may actually not be able to claim on everything. It may just be a portion of it. So you need to be careful about the terms and conditions, all right? So for some that are serious illness cover, they may not pay the 100%. So let's, for example, you have a critical illness cover that's like £50,000. And they look at the diagnostics. If it's a serious illness cover, they may say, okay, this issue may not be worth more than £10,000, maybe like 20% of that is paid out to you, and the remaining is there. If you have times 2 or times 3 of that, that could be there. But with just a single payout, so it's just pay out once, and that's it. That's the end of that policy. But private medical insurance, you can still claim multiple times. Number 5, the costs are different. Private medical insurance is a bit more expensive than critical illness cover, and that's also relative, okay? Because critical illness cover depends on how much your cover amount is. So let's, for example, the rule of thumb for most people is that you have 1 year or 2 year annual income in critical illness cover. So let's, for example, you earn £50,000 per annum. It's advisable to have at least 1 year income in critical illness cover. So that's £50,000, all right? And that covers you during your working life, all right? So it's towards your retirement. So once you have that in place, right, the cost is dependent on how much, you're taking out, or your health, or your BMI, all of that. But when it comes to private medical insurance, it's slightly more expensive. So on the average, I'll say in the UK, for an average policy, private medical insurance, you're looking at maybe between £70 to £80 for a person, but it's worth it. And I always recommend for all my clients that are over 40, that, you know what, don't just, we want to save, but your health is important. When you have crossed that mark of 40, it's important that you have access to private medical insurance. I have it. A lot of my clients that are over 40s will make sure they have it, because you never know. And why would you want to be towing the line? What private medical insurance does for you is to give you access to quick care. And also, instead of being, you have your private ward to be in, you can choose your time of consultation. It's faster, it's just better, right? But I just want you to understand that there's a difference between critical illness cover and private medical insurance. So let's wrap it up. Critical illness cover pays you lump sum money if you're diagnosed with any form of critical illness. And once it pays out, that's the end of that policy, is done, okay? While private medical insurance, on the other hand, does not pay you cash, but it pays for your treatment. So you've seen a consultant, you've done diagnostics and all of that. The insurance company covers all your medical bills without you having to be out of pocket, except for you paying your excess. I think this should be able to clarify things for us. So if you're watching this and you have a critical illness cover, you also need a private medical insurance, because they don't do the same things. There are 2 different policies that work together when you are planning your health cover. Yeah. So you need your health related cover. You need your finances to be covered. So critical illness cover, make sure that money, lump sum money comes in. Private medical insurance, make sure that you have access to quick care, and that they don't pay you the cash, but they pay for all your treatment. And then we'll also, the next video I'm going to do, will differentiate between critical illness cover and income protection, because income protection also pays you, it's like you will always make multiple claims, right? But critical illness cover, once it pays out once, that is the end of it. And I don't think you may be able to get under critical illness cover again once you already have one critical illness and you've claimed on it. So I think that should clarify things. So if you watch this video and it has been useful for you, please click subscribe, click like, and share with other people, because lots of people are getting confused. Private medical insurance does not pay you cash. It pays your treatments. It doesn't come to you. But critical illness cover, the amount comes to you. But once it pays out, that's the end of that policy. You just cancel that. Have a brilliant one, and do share this. Remember, share.